Okay, so look at, have you guys kind of gather around here. Make sure we're on camera. We should be good. Actually, that's kind of the first lesson. So what I really want to do that lesson is I wanted to kind of see, how you guys swung. Kind of wanted to see what your swings were doing, maybe how I could help a little bit. What I want to do is, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I want to kind of do, it's obviously a 4-part lesson. First, I kind of saw the full swing, kind of got to know your guys' golf swings. They're all pretty good. I mean, you can maybe tweak them a little bit to help you guys out. Maybe kind of get your game a little bit more consistent. But what we're going to do is probably for the next lesson, I want to work on fades and draws. I know you'll be really good at the fade. We've got to get you to draw the ball a little bit. And then we're going to go into short game and then putting. So instead of, sometimes I like to start out going, small to big with kind of beginners, but you guys are a little bit more advanced. So I like to kind of start out kind of more big and then kind of get down to small. But what I think is kind of the more important part of the game is maybe the short game. So that's kind of what I want to do with you guys. As for kind of what you guys want to work on, while you're in between these lessons, I know it's kind of stormy out, but even in your house or stuff like that. For Ryan and David, kind of taking the club back, straight back, and kind of a good drill for that is sometimes what I'll do is I'll put maybe a flashlight or even take a club on a wall, and make sure you're kind of riding the wall, because that's kind of what you want to kind of feel like. If you take it back like this, you're obviously not on the wall. You're taking it back like that. So if you guys want to kind of work on taking the club back straight, not getting your body to go over there, but just kind of the club so you can transfer that weight back to that front foot, that's kind of what I want you two to do. Maybe for you and you guys, I liked your swings. Not that I didn't like your guys's, but yours is a little bit more, a little too flat. So if you wanted to maybe think about making, when you're taking it back, maybe a little bit more upright, and then actually the exact opposite for you, Andrew. Yours was a little upright. Again, it's not really bad, but a little upright for me, which kind of gets you to have your weight on your toes. Which, if you had your weight more on maybe not on the balls of your feet, but kind of in the middle, it would be a good spot for you to be.
Yeah.
And what we'll do
at home, what would you, if I'm like just,
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have much, if you're not going to be outside, probably at home or in your garage. I mean, I just think about. Maybe if you had a mirror, when you take the club back, to have one over here or over there, and instead, if you're taking it up high like this, you want to have kind of an angle, maybe like a, I don't want to say 45-degree angle, but kind of like that, not here and not here, but kind of right somewhere in the middle. I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but getting it on that plane is going to help you be a little bit more consistent. If you're up here, just the room for error should be a little bit greater. Okay, good question. Do you have any other questions from you guys at all? Maybe?
I have a question. I know we haven't faded or drew yet, but is there a certain stance you do for fade and draws, like just basic, or do you keep your feet the same, or do you kind of set up the ball differently for a fade or for a draw, or is that all in your hands? Is the work all in your hands?
Well, I'd say both. We'll go over more next week, but just to kind of give you a quick version. I mean, I'd say you want to have an open stance for a fade, maybe a little bit more closed one for a draw. But we'll talk about that probably next week.
Okay, cool.